Hey y'all, it's Leo with Member Solutions. I'm over here on Villain Support, of course, with Chris, aka John. How you doing, John?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'll give everyone an update in a minute. let's say our normal highs and wait for people to shuffle it. You're already aware of how my day's been going. Last
Yeah.
24 hours has been a roller coaster again, and I
Interesting.
hate
Yeah.
that. So we got a couple things to show you and share with you. Chris, if you're feeling up to it, I'll probably have you re-record a couple parts if you're okay with re-recording.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, I can't record because the way I'm sitting is I'm not. I can't put any real weight on this.
Yeah.
Without
Levi's not sitting. Levi's perching.
I'm perching. and I deal with back pain and everything, and I don't want to, and I've tried. I legitimately tried. We filmed the scarecrow video with the chair being broke. I just didn't realize how broke it was until after everything. So knowing that, and like now it's gotten to the point to where if I've got a back pedal and I usually put it about my mid back. I can't put it in my mid back right now because if I do and I put any weight, the chair where it's broken will pop back out again.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm not. It's not comfortable. One of the things I wanted to mention, Chris, and this is something we need to discuss. The 24-hour live stream is great. It is earning money. I have noticed that during regular live streams, we take a dip.
Our live stream or the 24-hour?
Ours. And the 24-hour live stream will get a kick from our live streams. I would suggest that we come up with some different names for our regular live streams.
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast with Villain Support is an easy one that people are going to join that. But for these, instead of saying Villain Support live chat, because that looks like Villain Support live.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to start coming up with some different names so like people understand and like go. Which I think today is it Sunday live? Come hang out and chat and laugh. Is that what you named it?
Yep.
I think that's a good one. I'm starting to see some numbers come in. So I said I would wait to tell everyone how my day's been. As you guys are aware, chair broke. I deleted the live stream from where we basically crowdfunded my new chair, which is on its way. It was apparently packed and getting ready to be shipped. So it might be here in the next couple days. Benefit of living in the state where they send it out. They have one that's Tennessee and Utah. I'm really hoping that they're actually sending it from the Utah factory because I'll see it in like 2 days. It'll be really nice. So I'm getting a new chair. Not going to worry about that. That was a bit of a roller coaster, and I'm doing what I can in the meantime. I kid you not. We smelled smoke while I'm down here trying to work, and I'm not smelling anything because I've got fans and things going on. I'm not smelling anything in the office. And my kiddo's like, there's smoke. And I'm like, what? And it's coming from the forced air, the air conditioner area, which is a central air. So the furnace blows the cool air during the summer, and of course it heats up and blows hot air during the winter. Turn that off. Buy a new filter just in case. Get a new filter in there. Kick it back on, and I can hear the motor struggling. I'm like, that's not a good sign. I'm pretty sure I know what's going on. Well, the smell goes away, but the motor is still very much having problems. So it sounds like the motor is starting to seize. I'm not having a great time with all the repairs because I've got to turn around eventually and be like, hey, I want to sign a new lease. By the way, thank you for doing all those repairs that you've had to do while I've been here. I'm just dreading that moment of like, so we're keeping an eye on it right now. And I'm gonna be sending them a message tomorrow. There's no point today. They're not in today. It's also not a huge concern because we're not at temperatures where they would be required to fix it anytime soon. I'm not breaking anything. I'm not breaking anything. It's not my fault. It's age cat. Yeah, I think that's the big thing is that like one of the reasons why I don't think they've been carrying and just replacing things outright if they can is straight up because like they know it's old and they're just having to deal with it. And to be fair, the first plumbing issues I had was from them screwing up and breaking a pipe to begin with. Well, the people who fixed the pipe stuff and they had to come in. That company came in. And I don't think that cost them anything other than for the additional stuff that was happening. I don't want age to catch up with me. I am very content with it. I want to talk about like my character real quick. So Chris and I, our characters are quote unquote immortal. Chris is a little bit easier to pull off immortality than I am. Do you know why? Because you can see my hair going gray and white. I have
a fashion choice.
I can do a fashion choice, and then people can confuse us even more. And so there's this. Somebody made a comment that bugged me, and I told Chris about this. And it was like virtually the same comment on like all the socials, so I think it was the same guy. But Levi's turning into kind of a wuss because he keeps leaving and everything. I'm like, I have made it canonically known that I hate paperwork, and I cannot wait until it actually comes out. The reason why Levi takes off isn't because he's scared of the villain. He's scared of the paperwork that's involved because it's got to have to be something. And I was sitting here thinking, I was like, oh, this would be a great way to do it. I'm in Member Solutions. If I fight a villain or a hero, I have to file triple the paperwork. I have to file paperwork on the villain side. I have to file paperwork on the hero side. And then I have to file paperwork for the middle in between because that's me getting personally involved. However, if I'm just doing my job normally, it's not an issue. Levi Ginger in the white. I love that. And I've explained how Levi is aging, he's effectively using his powers in order to age. I would love for that to be part of a skit eventually.
We haven't written the lyrics yet, Hardcore Player, but we'll get there, I promise.
Actually, that's a great segue into the conversation of we have two projects that we want to do. And I kind of like, we have 27 people. I want to know your guys' opinion on it because I kind of know mine. And Chris understands where I'm coming from. We can either A, do a Kickstarter on a Cards Against Humanity expansion, villain support expansion, or B, the animation. Now, the Cards Against Humanity stuff, we haven't even started on that. It's just an idea, whereas the animation is like, we know what we need to do. We just need to actually sit down and start filing the paperwork and putting things in place. Like we have somebody do the animation. We're just waiting on the current animation project to be done. Animation. Steven says animation. I love Cards Against Humanity. Animation. We can't do both. We can't. Well, we will do both. It's just like which one first? Animation first.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
While we're talking about animation, I had some inspiration earlier in the week for a new villain, and wrote a sketch out and sent it over to our animator, who thinks it's a great idea, would love to animate it. We need to work on the sketch a little bit to tighten the script up. But Levi, would you be open to reading the first draft for everyone?
Yeah, that's in.
No, it's actually I'm gonna have to share my screen because it's in final draft.
Oh, it's not there anymore. Okay.
Oh, maybe it is. Hold on, let me jump back to that chat. Maybe it is. Hold on.
I can just look in final draft. That'll be faster.
Well, I know. I'll open the PDF. That'll be quick. And then there we go. And then we will just bump this to 150. Right, this is in traditional Hollywood script mode.
Animation.
But yeah, so definitely animation needs to go first.
Yep.
So, yep. Okay. So, boop.
And I agree. Well, like once animation brings the channel up a level, that'll also increase our chances of making that other one a higher reality. Too.
Yep. All right. So here we go. All right. I will play John, and you. Let me see here.
Don't you have like 4 people in this?
Yeah, there's John, there's Misnomer, there's you, and there's Napa.
Well, you play.
Oh, actually, there's all so. Hold on. So there's John and Misnomer.
By the way, have you guys eaten? Have you hydrated? Have you taken your meds?
You better have. There's John, Misnomer, Levi, Napa, and then we've got Magneto and Sabretooth, and we've got Deadpool, and we've got Superman, and we've got the Flash.
That's a
and
whole heck of a lot.
We've got Batman and Joker. All right, so I will do John, Misnomer, and Napa. You do Levi and
just say everyone else. It's fine. You'll do John, Misnomer, and Napa, and I'll do everyone else.
I'll do John, Misnomer, Napa. I'm also going to do Magneto, and you do Sabretooth and everyone else.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So, all right. So, John sits across from a smartly dressed young woman, a prospective villain. So, your villain application says your powers are word-based. Can you elaborate? Actually, let me get Aline in here. Let Aline read Misnomer, because I'm going to do a really obnoxious feminine voice. Aline!
No. You can't.
Come read.
No. You're going to break my chair. No.
Come here. You're going to read Misnomer's lines.
I am.
Yeah. No. All right.
I'm gonna read
So,
Misnomer.
yeah, you're
Hi, guys.
Misnomer. So here we go. So, your villain application says your powers are word-based. Can you elaborate?
I can change anyone's name by adding, removing, or changing a single letter, or I can rearrange the letters into a different word.
Anyone can do that. Like Levi. I can just move the letters around, and now he's evil. Doesn't do anything. Levi.
What?
You feeling more evil than usual?
No.
See?
Okay, but watch what happens when I change Levi to evil.
Misnomer snaps their fingers. Levi's face darkens into a maniacal grin. He whips out a Pokeball.
Oh, Napa.
Very funny, Levi. Oh, crap. You're serious. Napa bolts. Levi hurls the Pokeball, sucking Napa inside as he screams. Can you change him back? Misnomer snaps. Levi blinks, looks around.
Huh. Did I just trap Napa on a Pokeball?
Okay. Color me impressed. Can you do anything else to him?
Only after I turn him back. My powers only work on one person at a time, and I have to change them back to normal before doing something else to them.
Got an example?
I can change Magneto into Magento or Sabretooth into Sabertoot.
Okay, so we need to change this right now. My power, this already is contradicting on one person at a time, so I'll have to fix that. Anyways, what would that do?
You'll see.
Could you do both? Misnomer smiles and snaps. Levi's phone rings almost immediately.
Ring, ring.
There's no way they're calling that fat. We cut to an interior shot of Asteroid M. We see Sabretooth from the waist up, eyes wide, shaking, gasping as the sounds of wet, squirty, and squeaking sharks echo in the hallway. Magento, horrified, yells into the phone. For the love of God, Levi, give the phone to John. More sharks. Sabretooth, stop!
I'm trying. I can't.
Cut back to Levi.
What's going on? It sounds bad.
Cut back to Asteroid M. Sabretooth's got the shit something fierce. I'd wrap him in metal to contain it. My powers aren't working. All I'm doing is spraying dark red everywhere.
I told you that tuna you found in the pantry smelled awful. Oh, God.
Cut back to Levi.
John, Sabretooth's crapping everywhere, and Magneto's powers stopped working, apparently.
Reverse it, please. Misnomer snaps. We cut back to Asteroid M. Sabretooth collapses with a sigh of relief and one final trumpety fart.
Oh, finally.
Magneto, meanwhile, applying maximum effort trying to cover Sabretooth up with metal, has his powers return suddenly, which rip a wall panel loose that causes Sharp to spray all over him. He starts swearing and crushes his cell phone. Back to normal?
He hung up.
Okay. Your powers are awesome. Show me more. Turn Deadpool into Deadspool? We see Deadpool turn into yarn and collapse onto the ground. He looks at the camera.
That's what it was. Where Deadpool, there it is. I wonder how this plot line is going to unravel.
Back to the office. Turn Superman into Superman, S-O-U-P. We see Superman speaking to the Justice League and he transforms into a caped can of soup.
Is that concerning?
Concerning. It's really bad puns.
That's a very bad pun.
Yeah.
This is concerning.
Back to the office. Turn the Flash into the Flask. We see the Flash running at full speed suddenly turn into an anthropomorphic alcohol flask and lose his footing, somersaulting through a series of walls and ending up smashing into a mountain and settling. Back to the office. Okay, I'm on board. Welcome to Villainhood. We're going to do some great things together. Nappa, can you get 2 villain licenses? Oh, it should be 1. Can you get a villain license ready, please? These heroes are not going to know what hit them. Where the hell did Nappa go?
He's still in the Pokeball.
Oh, shit. Levi,
What?
you trapped Nappa in your Pokeball earlier.
Oh, shit, that actually happened?
Yeah.
The change can be disorientating. Lots of people think they dreamed the things they did.
That's fantastic. Let him out, please.
I mean, he's your employee.
I had to let him out the last time you put him in a Pokeball. It's your turn.
Fine. Nappa, I kind of choose you.
Levi throws the Pokeball. Nappa appears with a poof, weeping and sucking his thumb. Ooh, can you do one more?
Sure.
Turn Batman into Fat Man. We cut to a dark alleyway. Batman and Joker are fighting. Batman hits Joker, who stumbles backward against a wall. Batman walks menacingly towards him.
I am vengeance. Oh, I am the night.
Cut back to the office. Misnomer snaps. Cut back to Batman. He explodes into obesity, stretching his suit with a rip of fabric and a bouncy, boom, expanding sound.
And I am so damn hungry. Does this mean I can call you Fetsy? Don't make me eat you, Joker.
Back to the office. Yeah, this is going to be so much fun.
He had fun with the puns on this one.
Anyway, it's certainly not finalized. Thank you very much. It's certainly not finalized, and there's a lot more we can do with it. These are just the ones that I came up with in the moment, but I want there just to be a montage of different heroes and villains changing because of the slight letter change to their names.
So when he showed me this, I immediately was like, I know what that reminds. I pissed him off just a tiny bit.
No, you didn't.
Just a tiny bit. Not on purpose either. Because one of the names that he chose, I was like, God, that looks so familiar.
Yeah, I had to change the names of the villains and everything. Originally, it was 2 villains. One named Miss M.S. Nomer, and the other one was named Anagram. And Misnomer had this ability, the ability to just change, add, remove, or change one letter, and change the way they work. But Anagram could move the letters around, which is a little bit harder. I
did the voice for
that was Levi who did Joker.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah. Levi does a pretty good one. Anyway, it's fun. The puns are really bad, but I kind of want them to be really bad. Like Superman's talking, and this is why we have to protect into a can of soup. Well, this is
what I think we should do is reorder what gets changed first. It shouldn't be Levi, to be honest. It should be like a hero, like a well-known hero that
It
gets
shouldn't be
changed
who?
first. Like at the very start of the script, you have me be the example, right? You should have somebody else be the example. Like you're just talking to them, and like, oh, so you could change Superman to Soupman or something like that. And just choose somebody that would be really good to start off with.
Yeah.
Like Sabretooth to Sabretooth.
That came directly from a Facebook post that I put up.
What? Why is my computer beeping? Or is that yours?
That's mine.
Oh.
Thank you, Steven.
Oh yeah. So the we mentioned this before, and we there was a thing where we wanted to call Gary out for how stupid he is, because technically speaking, the way his vampirism works is old school vampirism, which means he would show up in phones because it's not how phones and cameras work anymore. It's not silver based anymore. There's silver in phones, but considering it's wrapped around a bunch of plastic and everything, he'd be able to still handle a phone. Or he would have a special phone that contains no silver, which they have those. So realistically, he would be able to use it. And I love the idea of him going, don't you remember? I don't show up on anything. Gary, turn on your camera. I don't. Is that what I look like? Which I think we kind of touched on in the Star Wars one. I can't quite remember. But yeah, the original lore was because of that. And so that's one of the things where I'd love to do that. And then we could do the whole like he starts in OnlyFans, but like he can't be in front of a mirror because the mirrors a lot of newer mirrors would work. Kind of depends on what type of mirror though. But like all he has is a bunch of old silver back mirrors because that's just what he still had available.
Yeah.
And it's like, Gary, go get a $5 mirror. But I don't want to spend my subscribers' money on that.
Right.
They have silver in them too. They have like every precious metal you can think of is in a phone. It's ridiculous. It's just such minute.
So the easy thing in the office, the reason I have Misnomer do this to Levi first is be like, all right, look, I mean, he's the example, like, now he's evil. Look, doesn't do anything. And then it's like, oh, okay, just wait. It doesn't when I do it. Bam. And then, Levi's evil for a second. And we're like, oh, that really works. And then
if we do that, we should play on the lore of that we've been building with Levi, of where it's like, see, it doesn't really happen. And then Levi just goes, and then instead you go, Levi, you feeling okay? And then like I just don't say anything. I caption Nappa, and you're like, oh, this could be bad. You need to change back now. You need to change back now. Hey, John, you know what? I feel like I should pick things back up where I left off. You do not know what you've done. Change it back and like run into that we don't want to deal with evil Levi. Because like I said, it's like Levi, I'm not evil. I'm differently motivated. It's such a great line.
So maybe change the Levi into vile instead of evil.
That's still kind of in the same boat.
Well, there isn't a better change.
The way you could do it is like you started out as like you don't really believe it type of thing, right? And you could lean into that. We get that phone call, like the Sabretooth one might be the perfect phone call to start it off with. And then you test it out to see in person. And I was like, okay, maybe that could be just a coincidence. But like, I highly doubt you could affect everyone everywhere, see how strong their power really is.
Yeah.
And like, use us as an example.
So you're saying this works on anybody? Anybody. Prove it. Change Levi into evil. Oh, Nappa. And it starts out like playfully evil. And then after you catch Nappa in the Pokeball, you turn and look at me. And I go, change him back, change him back, change him back.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. That's really, that's how it should play out. that's a really good way to play it out too, because you keep to the lore, but at the same time you go from like, okay, we just had an incident, but like you can't do it everywhere, right? Bam, and it's like, oh shit, this is way more powerful than it needs to be.
And that's where you go. And you're like, did I just trap Nappa on a Pokeball? No.
I felt a little bit more evil than I usually do. Getting like I treat it like indigestion.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Or you could do one of these. Ooh, that was an evil burp.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. That was an evil burp. I really liked it. That's a really good way to play it. We can even have Miss Nomer have a line of like, I don't think I did much. Like they can usually feel the change, but they're like, I think he was already evil beforehand. If we wanted to. I'm not saying we have to. I think that could just be left implied. I like the implication that a lot of our fans have, like, Levi's evil. He just chooses not to be. Have started to get.
I mean, I'm reworking the script right now, so hold on.
You're good. Why are you doing that? I'm gonna quickly finish looking because I was on day 7 of editing when I decided that I needed a break again.
I've never had to manage. Yes, I am sure. I've never had to manage personnel or vacations or timesheets or anything before. I was just trying to be nice.
God damn it! My computer has been.
Before. I was just trying to be nice.
CapCut knew I was learning DaVinci, and now is starting to hate me.
Yeah, Shanna Adelet Ryan, if I'm pronouncing that right. This is really live, yes.
So I know that there's going to be people who don't care for the 24-hour live stream, but I need to make a point. Like there's a couple reasons why we have it. One, we have been told it does help people, especially because at the end of the rotation, I have a loop that plays like, have you had something to drink? And I should probably add another one in there at another point. But like lifetime, for its lifetime, it's gotten 1.7 thousand watch hours. It's gained another 55 subscribers, and it's gained currently. I am trying a different monetization right now. It's gained $18.46. So right now, it's on par to pay for itself. And every week, what I'm doing is I'm changing how we have the monetization on it. So for the first couple days, like first 24 hours or so, I wasn't seeing the balanced ads actually play or anything, and people were saying they weren't really getting many ads, and we weren't seeing anything because of how long the stats take. So I changed it to every 12 minutes, and then we started seeing a consistent amount of stuff, and so I let that sit for a week, and now I've changed it back to balance. I'm gonna let that sit for up to a week, and if that gains roughly the same, great. If not, oh well. And then we'll change it to like aggressive, and then we'll change it to every 6 minutes. So we're gonna figure out the good framework for ads until, in all honesty, I get to the point of adding them in ourselves. And the reason for that is at a certain point, we will be doing like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be a thing. Saturday and Sundays, the weekend, will be full everything. So I've got a hard drive here, and the way it's going to go is you have a Monday through Friday lineup, and it'll be by genre. And then you'll have the weekend, which will be everything. Now, I don't have that all set right now. I've been slowly adding all the videos. pardon me, the way I have to like adjust and make all those changes is really annoying. So I'm having to make sure I organize everything to start off with before I make all those changes and make those playlists. And so that, Mondays are the days that the Predator stream, and it's 2-3 hours of content. Each day should have at minimum 2.5 to 3 hours of content. Right now we're up to 4 hours total, and that is not all of our content. I would say it's about half of it though. And there's a lot of content we never added, and a lot of content that as we make new content is getting added to it too. So I'm thinking that once we hit the 6-hour marker on uploaded content, that's when I'll go ahead. Me and Chris will take the time and be like, okay, what's Monday, what's Tuesday, what's Wednesday, what's Thursday, what's Friday. And that'll also be the time frame that if you're a member on Fourth Wall or YouTube or wherever it's at, you guys will be able to vote for one of those days. I'm thinking Wednesday or Friday will be what's called fan favorites. That's where it's just fan favorite videos is what plays. So if it's the entire Samara Chronicles, if it's the entire Dresden, if it's this, that, whatever it is, up to 2-3 hours of content, that's what it'll be, and that's what we'll loop. And then once we have those, I can actually schedule specific times for YouTube ads versus our ads. Way back in the day, I think Chris did a Gargamel one, but I'm going to be honest, it sucked.
It was bad.
I tried it, and it sucked. And I wasn't even as good at doing content as I was now, so it really sucked. That's one of those like. By the way, Chris,
Yeah.
I have all the TikTok backed up as
Cool.
well, like the old TikTok. And I came across some of my old videos and like one of your really bad ones, and I was like, no one needs to see these. No one's ever gonna see them. One,
Now-
I didn't delete anything that wasn't just like a random you being on camera randomly testing things out. I didn't delete our normal style of content. I will make that clear. So there's still bad shit that exists.
Are there bad ones that we can remake?
There are a lot of bad, like there's one that I wanted to add that I just can't justify, like the end part of it, like that Inspector Gadget skit. The Inspector Gadget versus like the Borg or whatever idea, and then the Inspector Gadget versus I think the Predators should definitely be remade. I love the idea of me sitting there talking to Dr. Claw about the adoption agency thing, finding out that like there's chaos happening. But when I looked at it, when I put it together, I was like, I don't want to release this. I want to sit down with Chris, talk about how we want to remake this, still keep the parts that we want to keep, but remake it so it fits better, especially because at that time, everyone, me and Chris were working together on YouTube, but not in the fashion that we are now. Exclamation mark Discord, which is right here. The link's right there. So you should be able to just scroll up. I would tell you to choose the $5 million. Go grab that $5 million. Because then you can do both.
We don't have it to give to you, and we would charge way less than that. We would charge 4.9 million max to meet us in person.
Inspector Borg Gadget. This seems like a fire started in the state. Yeah, we've had one nonstop. Like I have to actively like keep an eye out on where the fire's located because there's not.
Dude, with $5 million, you could fly us to your hometown, hang out with us for a week, go eat at great restaurants the whole time, and send us back home for $30,000 and have 4.97 million left over. I would recommend doing that.
Yeah.
Trying to be nice.
So on the stitch one, there's going to be parts where I'll have you redo. Are you wearing the blue shirt? No, you're wearing a green shirt. That's perfect. The great thing about Chris needing the great thing, the good thing, not great thing. The good thing is that Chris can re-record what he needs to re-record today without doing like having to go find the shirt he wore and like shaving or anything, because we recorded in days. So you can have a day, like as long as I can alternate what you need to do, like you need to be Napa for that day, you need to be John for that day.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal. Like I have to have you do a part as Napa, and right now you look like Napa does in a good portion of these skits where you got a little bit of your hair growing.
Look, Napa, no one else in any other department can help, okay? If you have a better idea on how to deal with a replica stitch and a half a sentence real stitch, I am all ears.
So I'm really happy that we wrote it like this, because unlike the next part of the skit, it's super easy to fix things. It's barely an inconvenience. Deadpool.
Well, I mean, it's. Well, I mean.
Did we redo that line? Or are these just mistakes? We had a I thought Chris was wearing a blue shirt. He was wearing a blue shirt in those skits. But considering a week passes, like having the shirt change periodically makes a lot of sense. Don't get me wrong, in call centers there are uniforms, but well, sometimes, but no one in any call center is going to wear the same shirt for a week straight. They're going to have at least different colors of that shirt.
Well, I mean, you're not going to like Deadpool. Shenron's a bust because the dragon not going to like either. I mean, you're not going to like this today. What about Deadpool?
Yeah, I think the line changed. I think we condensed that line, and so yeah. So I'll need you to put a filler there temporarily.
Okay.
So you'll have to redo that one. So make a note there. For everyone here, I know sometimes it gets really quiet and really boring. I'm sorry. Last time I worked in tier 2, I had 10 shirts of slightly different shades, each progressively lighter. Yeah. Oh my god, my back. I know I'm sitting weird, but I can't lean against my chair. Sucks.
I didn't think about galactus.
Yeah, that's not even in there.
I think I prefer to be eaten over owing Deadpool.
There's that line. That line's there.
Growing Deadpool.
Okay. Are you trying to kill him, Dragon? Lean back, Levi. No. Don't want to. Well, it won't kill me, but it'll definitely not feel good.
You can't ask Thanos because the stones don't know that universe. Shenron's a bust because the Dragon Balls don't either. So yeah, it's Deadpool or Galactus. I think I prefer to be eaten over owing Deadpool.
All right, now we got to get to that line. When is the new chair coming? Next week. It's this week, technically, I guess, this upcoming week. I can probably take a look in my thing here. Says awaiting pickup right now. So right now it's packed and ready. It's legitimately just waiting for shipment to come in and grab it, which is probably FedEx or somebody. And here's the thing. If it's done right, it's not going to come from Tennessee. It's going to come from Utah, which is where I live. And their fulfillment center is in Salt Lake. I know where the fulfillment is at. So if we're lucky, it'll be here within like a day, day and a half. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, and that's the thing. If it picks it up in the morning, it could very well, if it's in Salt Lake, because I don't live very far from Salt Lake. I do live like a little ways, far enough out that like it might not show up until the next day. But it all depends on their shipping and that kind of stuff. Chris would actually know more about shipping logistics than I do. I know about like sending things out. I don't know about like the rest of it. Like I know about ordering it and that kind of thing. I did very basic customer service on it. A lot of fluff. So much fluff. I love it when you hit record and then just let it continue to record, Chris. Send me long bits of footage.
Sorry, I hate getting long bits of footage. I just want the lines.
Being sarcastic.
Because we don't choose Galactus, we can just say it and just leave it there.
Your face in that. So this is the kind we're talking about, like when we're recording, we're talking about Galactus, right? Why don't we choose Galactus, or why do we not?
We can just say it and just leave it there.
To me, I know that's just you concentrating, right, Chris?
Yeah,
I know this is just you concentrating on like what your next line is going to be and like moving on from the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I'm done. But as far as like an on,
I'm not done. I'm listening. I'm just working on this.
No, not right now, Chris.
Oh, okay.
I meant like when this was recording,
Yeah.
You can see the facial reaction. I know from with how much I've talked to you and everything that this is just you like, oh, okay, you agree, let's move on, you know. And I'm just moving my mouth the way I move my mouth. However, on an acting point, this would be a great like disgruntled I don't want to deal with this type of look right there. Is a great like is a great look. And it's interesting for everyone that's here. It's really interesting that like from an editor standpoint, I can find these things like funny and everything. From a director standpoint, when a scene isn't done the way I want it to be done, I'm like,
Yeah.
And Chris has those moments too, where it's like, can you look this way? I need you to look up. Can you look a little bit more angry? Oh, by the way, you said this name wrong 15 different times. I know it's freezing cold outside, but can you please go back outside and redo the line for me? That's the thing that actually happened. Levi, deactivate your OCD. In this case, no. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to make everything perfect.
Right.
There's parts of this skit that you'll see that there's a part of Nappa's that could be redone that I leave as a question mark because it doesn't have to be. And what it is when he's at the very end reacting to the computer saying duh. There's no reaction to the computer saying duh. There's no any angry look up front or any reaction to it. Could it be redone and made funnier? Yeah. Does it need to be? Not really. So when we go to look at it, if Chris goes, yeah, let me go ahead and redo that. I think having that reaction would enhance the skit. Sure. And that's the thing, that 1 to 2 seconds can oftentimes make a difference. And my kiddo, this is really cool. I want to zoom in real quick. My kiddo has a habit of watching their phone while we watch TV.
Yeah.
I'll rewind scenes because like you're missing this. This is a really funny thing, and I show them. And when I was editing, and there's a scene here that you got the line right. However, like the space like right after you fucked up, and it's like 2-3 seconds, and like you just needed to hold it for just long enough, and then react to it with the face, and then go back into it. And my kiddo was like, I don't know. Does he really need to do that? I was like, let's give you an example. Let's give you the most extreme example. I am Iron Man at the end of Marvel. The breath he takes and how exhausted he looks before he says, I am Iron Man. Take out the breath. Take out the I am exhausted, I am Iron Man. And just have him do that. Without any breath, anything like that, just say the line and then immediately stop reacting as if he's in pain or anything. Take that all out. And they're like, oh, that would make a big difference. I was like, yes. There's a reason why you stay in character for just a little bit longer sometimes afterwards, because sometimes you need that. Oh.
Xena, I'm sorry. I can't help but play word games when I see them. Levi, I think you probably missed this in the chat. Dragonverse wrote, Levi, deactivate your OCD, but he left the C and deactivate out. And Xena says, Blurs, you activated mine with that spelling. And he goes, you're welcome, leaving the E off the word welcome. And then he goes, dang, I did it again. And I'm like, I can't help myself. So, Blurs, stop leaving letters out. Missing a T in letters. And then he goes, I know it's an accident. I hate it. Change the I to an E. And then I wrote, it's so irresponsible. Say what it's doing to Xena. And Xena's like, I might need to take someone to... Yeah, Xena's just... I'm sorry. I was having fun with that. We had a question. Shan Adelet Ryan. We did do a lot of storyboarding and planning for the Stitch stuff. We're almost done with the next part.
you guys will be able to actually get a. It's in no way finalized. Like Chris is gonna have to refilm a couple parts, and then like this would have been done a lot earlier if a bunch of things didn't happen in real life. We had the storyboarding and everything done a few weeks ago, in fact, for this script, and we have to simply redo some of the storyboarding, which is not hard. It takes like an hour or two for me and Chris to sit down and like actively go through and condense stuff. It's just a matter of paying attention to just that. The problem is currently is without a functioning chair for me to be able to like lean on and stuff, it makes it difficult for me to be down here for any significant length of time without like constantly having issues like I am now. But we're live and I'm trying to finish up this rough draft. YouTube pulled an Elsa. New punch buggy.
Hey, Wade, look,
I think I had you redo that one.
Okay, I've got this reworked. Do you want to reread it again?
Yeah. Let's.
All right, everybody. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to hit this. No, that.
That's the resetting stitch at the end is definitely going to be something I'm going to have to work on. But we got a lot of stuff before that, so I'm not worried about that right this second.
All right, so here we go. All right. I'll just do misnomer this time. John sets a crop from a smartly dressed young woman, a presented villain. So, misnomer, your villain application says your powers are word-based. Can you elaborate? I can change anyone's name by adding, removing, or changing a single letter. Or I can rearrange the letters into a different word. And this takes effect immediately? Yep. And their new names are the names they've always had as far as they themselves and anyone near them is concerned. You got an example? Sure, I can change Magneto into Magento or Sabretooth into Sabertoot. Could you do both at once? Misnomer smiles and snaps. So how long should we have to wait for Levi's phone rings? Almost immediately.
Member Solutions, this is Levi.
We cut to an interior shot of Asteroid M. We see Sabertoot from the waist up, eyes wide, shaking pale and gasping as the sounds of wet, squirty, and squeaking sharts echo in the hallway. Magento, horrified, yells into the phone. Levi, is John there?
He's with a client. What seems to be the problem?
More sharts. Sabertoot, stop!
I'm trying. I can.
Cut back to Levi.
Wait. Did you say Sabertoot? And what's going on? It kind of sounds bad.
Cut back to Asteroid M. He's got the shit something fierce. I'd wrap him in metal to contain it, but my powers aren't working. All I'm doing is spraying dark red everywhere.
I told you that tuna you found in the pantry smelled off. Oh, yeah.
Got back to Levi.
John Sabertooth's crapping everywhere. Magneto's powers stopped working, I think.
Reverse it, please. Misnomer snaps. We cut back to Asteroid M. Sabertooth collapses with a sigh of relief and one final trumpety fart.
Oh, finally.
Magneto, meanwhile, applying maximum effort trying to cover Sabertooth up with metal, has his powers return suddenly, which rip a wall panel loose that causes a shard to spray all over him. He starts swearing and crushes his cell phone. Back to normal?
I think he hung up, actually.
Okay, that was impressive. Does that work on anyone? Watch what happens when I change Levi to evil. I think you'll find he's immune to your abilities. You sure? Misnomer snaps their fingers. Levi's face darkens into a maniacal grin. He whips out a Pokeball.
Oh, Nappa.
Very funny, Levi. Oh, crap, you're serious. Nappa bolts. Levi hurls the Pokeball, sucking Nappa inside as he screams. He giggles and turns to look at John with a huge vindictive grin. Change it back! Misnomer snaps. Levi blinks, looks around as if getting his bearings. That's it.
Oh, evil burp. Did
I-
I trap Nappa in a Pokeball?
Yeah.
I think the burp and then having the did I just trap Nappa in a
No, you're right. You're right. Levi.
We'll talk a bit more, Stitch, right after this.
All right. So, okay. Color me impressed. Show me more. Turn Deadpool into Deadspool. Misnomer snaps. We cut to see Deadpool turn into yarn and collapse onto the ground. He looks at the camera.
I wonder how this plot line's gonna unravel.
Back to the office. Turn Superman into Superman, SOUP. Misnomer snaps. We cut to the Justice League satellite and see Superman speaking to the assembled heroes and suddenly transform into a caped can of soup.
This is concerning.
Back to the office. We turn the Flash into the Flask. Misnomer snaps. We cut to a desert and see the Flash running at full speed, suddenly turn into an anthropomorphic alcohol flask and loses footing, somersaulting across the sand and ending up smashing into a mountain and settling at its base.
On the rocks.
Back to the office. Okay, I'm on board. Welcome to Villainhood. We're gonna do some great things together. Nappa, can you get a villain license ready? These heroes are not gonna know what hit them. Where the hell did Nappa go? He's still on the Pokeball. Oh shit, Levi!
What?
You trapped Nappa on your Pokeball earlier.
Shit, that really happened?
Yeah, let him out, please.
Yeah, he's your employee.
I had to let him out the last time you put him in a Pokeball. Your turn.
Like an extra long sigh.
Yeah.
Fine. Nappa, I kind of choose you.
Levi throws the Pokeball. Nappa appears with a poof, weeping and sucking his thumb. Ooh, can you do one more? Sure. Turn Batman into Fat Man. We cut to a dark alleyway. Batman and Joker are fighting. Batman hits Joker, who stumbles backwards against the wall. Batman walks menacingly towards him.
I am vengeance. I am the night.
Cut back to the office. Misnomer snaps. Cut back to Batman. He explodes into obesity, stretching his suit with a rip of fabric and a bouncy boom sound.
I'm so damn hungry. Does this mean I can call you Fetzy? Kind of lost it there. Don't make me eat you.
Back to the office. Okay, your hours are fantastic. You want to get lunch and plan out your next heist? Sushi? Sure. Want me to change all those heroes back? Nah.
Now at the start, like right now, Misnomer is way too overpowered. Like the one at a time is a great thing. So like instead of that last line being, do you want me to change them all back? Do you want me to change Batman back? Because like every time she does something else, somebody else turns back to normal, right? So like I can only affect one person at a time. They don't need to change back to normal. It just automatically changes when she reactivates her power.
The one problem is then our first example contradicts that immediately with Magneto and Sabretooth at the same time.
So then there has to be some kind of limit to those powers. Because otherwise you create worse than Saitama, let's face it. You create somebody that
this is totally a gag villain.
I know. Here's the example. Why don't we send Saitama after every problem that we have?
No, because we don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Only during full concentration, something like that. Affected people.
Yeah.
I think that's great, and then you don't have to change the ending. I think 2 or 3 at the same at minimum.
Yeah.
That's still really strong, but at the same time, you get a big enough team of heroes, and
Right.
they're going down.
Send the Teen Titans after her, for example. It's going to have to be rapid fire changes against all of them.
And the Teen Titans are used to changing, so that would
Right.
not affect them too much.
Right. Yeah.
I do hate the no defense against this power. Yeah. So that's the thing, is that like I'm not like, neither one of us are huge fans of that, but we do like parity powers. So the idea here, I can feel like down the road is a similar, I'm not evil as I could be. I'm as evil as I want to be type of thing. That's a good one, but we don't need to know that right now. Like, Meat Puppet says they can do 2 or 3 at a time, but after she does the first 2, she has to wait another 30 minutes, you know? Like it just having it be the more she does and the more changes she does, the more exhausted she becomes, which means it doesn't give it a time limit so much as it's like, if she trained her power more, she could handle more.
Right.
And I like the shorter it lasts because it implies that there's a timetable.
Right.
But John might not have asked that right now because he's distracted with just how powerful this ability is.
Here, hold on. Let's do this. Turn Batman into Fat Man, please.
I think that would work, right?
What?
I think that would work good.
So this will be. Ooh, can you do one more? I'm pretty worn out. Turn Batman into Fat Man, please. Okay, I'll do my best.
And then we get the Batman line. And then releasing the power, I would suspect, would not cause any issue. It's just like, oh, thank goodness. Do you want me to change them back? I would say, do you want me to change them back or just let the time limit hit?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it right there.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. That's a much more fine-tuned script. Fits with our lore. Yeah, I really like how you start off really strong with characters people recognize. So even if somebody doesn't know our content, they know these characters and immediately latch onto it.
Yeah.
That's assuming they get through the initial, like, however long that first start is. But that's where we're like, because this would probably be a 3 to 4 minute skit by the sounds of it, or longer.
Yeah.
That's
so
where.
So, do you want me to change Fat Man back or just let it wear off? Let it wear off.
I think you need to have the nah at the start, and just let it wear off. And we don't say how long it lasts, which I think is really nice.
Yeah.
And when we go to do the short, we can like change where the start is. I like this a lot. I like how it starts. I like how it ends. I like the middle. I like everything. This
so now,
fine-tuned.
What we need to know is my biggest issue with this is that we do Superman and the Flash both being changed into objects. I couldn't think of anyone else in the moment. Who else could we change instead of the Flash? I also don't like Flash's pun. Who else could we change?
I think I think the Flash's pun is funny in context visually, but not written. Because when you're thinking of Flash running, all of a sudden turning to Flask, hitting rocks and saying "on the rocks," like he's been hurt really bad with a dented flask. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
How and I've seen Superman, thanks to kids shows, so I know what that would look like.
Right. The one concern is I like it. My only concern is we already did dead spool, whose yarn, and a loom is another knitting one. We're trying to do something that's distant away from everything else. Iron Man is just Ironheart.
Hey, wait, look,
I thought about doing a bit as turn Thanos into Thanks.
No, that doesn't.
I would love to do Blunder Woman, but that's a two-letter change.
Oh, dang it.
Wonder Woman. I do like Wonder Woman.
And here's the thing: we should have a female superhero or something in this.
We should. I mean, Misnomer's already female, but yeah.
Okay, where is? So that's
well,
what if we changed Storm into Stork? And she no longer controls weather. Now she just hand delivers babies to everybody. The way she fights you is she hands you a baby.
what did he say?
Scarlet Switch.
Well, what did he say?
I like that one right there.
Yeah, it's too easy to do Catgirl from Batgirl.
Beep.
Well, what did he say?
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Hold on.
He said no.
Give me a list of female superheroes.
That's a pretty long ending, to be honest. That's 11 seconds of you sighing. Oh, wait, here it is. 8 seconds.
He said no.
I like that. But I can see why we may want to condense it.
He said no.
4 seconds, 8 seconds. So we got two different alternate versions here. All right. Do you guys want to see what we have for Stitch so far? This is a very rough, and there's parts that have to be redone, which I will tell Chris after we've watched it what needs to be redone. Do you guys want to see it?
Yeah.
All right, Chris, ready?
Yep. Don't worry, Anubis. Once we take out Stitch, everything, well, mostly everything, should fall back into place for your universal domination plan. Okay? Yeah. Nappa, is Stitch's tracker back online again? Yep. He's finally been in the Stargate universe long enough for us to get a beat on him. We're locked on. Fire when ready. Good. Good. I finally get to blow things up again.
Beep, beep, beep. DC Earth 51 in Cascade shutdown. DC Earth
Why
51
did it hit
in
DC
Cascade
Earth
shutdown.
51? Because it didn't work. Figured that much out. Didn't you do the calculations? Hey, my math is not the problem. It just missed. Fuck. Might be an IT issue. Send a ticket, but keep an eye on Stitch. Okay, John, I think we got him again. Stitch is tracking somewhere near the Furling's homeworld. Computers almost got him locked down again. Are you sure? Because I pulled up 4 separate universes yesterday because you said we had it. Double check the math. I don't need to, John. It's correct. But don't you think you should wait for IT?
Experiment 626, location locked. Beep, beep. Firefly universe in Cascade shutdown. The sky will fall.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I guess that explains why I won that bet. What bet? Just a bootstrap paradox. Don't worry about it.
Experiment 626, location lost.
That's it, John. You have to call IT. I am not a child. I know how to do basic computer troubleshooting.
Warning, 27 Borg ships offline.
27? How? Computer, what was the location?
Stargate Prime Universe.
Do you mean the same Stargate universe that Stitch is messing up the timeline in?
Duh.
Nappa, did you ever get a hold of Anubis? Yes and no. We played message tag. What's the message? Here it is. Sorry, John, can't help. Dealing with some bugs. Oh no. Anubis, are you telling me that Stitch not only took your power vacuum, but also might have ancient knowledge somehow?
Yes. And at this rate, the Blue Menace might actually become partially ascended, like myself.
I doubt that he has the focus for that. Look, the replicators are advancing faster than they should. I think that it's time that you
What? That's when I say what. Whoops.
team up with the Tauri and
What?
well, everyone else too.
Fuck me.
All right, John, I just got off the line with Sam and SG1. We've got the Asgard. We've got the Tok'ra. Everybody else is willing to work with Anubis and the System Lords. Heck, we even got the Wraith and the Borg to help out. Let's hope it sticks. The only good thing is that it seems that Stitch and the Replicators are all heading in the same direction. 2 birds, 1 stone. I hope so. Then we can do a full reset on the universe. I just can't shake this feeling. Something is off, but I just don't know what. So here's what I've got in my post-battle report. Everything fell apart quick. The Borg took a massive hit after the battle started because, of course, all the villains wanted to be in charge, and they ended up fighting each other. Stitch and the Replicators saw an opening and joined together, and now they have a Replus Stitch in addition to regular Stitch. And to top it off, the entire IT department is out sick. That about cover it? Yeah, that's about it. I feel like I'm in hell. Oh, hey, John, just so you're aware, the bathrooms are out of order again, so I'm going to have to use yours for a day or two. I was wrong. Right now, I'd welcome hell. Are you sure about this, John? It's supposed to be when all else fails, call Member Solutions. But Levi went on vacation, and some idiot approved concurrent time off requests for 2 whole departments of people. So yes, Yes, I am sure. I've never had to manage personnel or vacations or timesheets or anything before. I was just trying to be nice. Look, Napa, no one else in any other department can help, okay? If you have a better idea on how to deal with a repless stitch and a half-a-scented real stitch, I am all ears. What about Deadpool? We can't have Thanos because the stones don't work in that universe. Shenron's a bust because the Dragon Balls don't either. So yeah, it's Deadpool or Galactus. I think I prefer to be eaten over owing Deadpool a favor. Hush. Hey, Wade, look,
Oh, Johnny boy, even I don't want any of that smoke. Toodles and noodles.
Well, what did he say? He said no.
An alternate ending.
He said no. Don't.
So it, the 8 seconds, letting it breathe. I really like that.
Mhm. I agree.
I like letting it breathe. I'm just gonna let it breathe. So obviously there's a lot of work to be done to tighten it up, the voice acting, getting everything to line up where it needs to line up. Napa has some redos. Napa's first redo is right here. Instead of having you have to re-record all of day 1 and then having to re-record all of day 2, all you need to do is do a Napa line. But right here, we need Napa to start out smiling for the first couple seconds, like he's rubbing his hands, waiting for the result.
Yeah.
And then you hear the alarm go off. And then and then I can cut this right here down to where you're reacting to the alarm in DC Earth 51.
Yeah.
So that makes that day solid. So, and then the next bit that needs to be redone is in day 2, and that's John. Unfortunately, you would have to redo all of day 2's lines because of making it look accurate. But you'd only have to redo John's lines, not Napa's.
Yeah.
And that is because of this one thing right here, where
You should wait for IT.
we get the 626 location lock, which is a great thing. Love this mesh reaction. Click, and then it's just awkward. And then you're pausing, and I realize what's happening is you're looking at the script to try to figure out where you're at.
Yeah.
And what we need is you to press the button. It's day 2, right? Go back up to the script. And so it goes 626 location lock, ha ha ha. Press button. Beep, beep. Probably 3 beeps would be good. Beep, beep, beep. Firefly universe and cascade shutdown. The sky will fall. This look right here that you give when you hear the sky will fall, that's an amazing look to have happen, to have the start right at the Firefly universe and cascade shutdown. That's where your face should fall, like a, oh fuck. You have the initial ha 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 ha, beep beep beep, and then right here is where, instead of looking lost, it should be your face falls. So it's literally just these from here.
Can't you just time the alert differently?
The problem is how awkward it is. Watch how awkward it is. Like, even if I were to put the alarm in a different space, it's the awkwardness of it. Firefly universe and cascade shutdown. If you had been waiting, just staring up, waiting for a result, it just feels awkward is the only issue with this one. And we can make it
like Not even a second later, it's like I hear that and I go. So like you're hearing it, you're smiling, and as you're hearing it and letting it sink in, that's when your voice changes.
I get that. So let's say, where do you want me to have the alarm? And I'll just do the voice alarm.
Well, I need to see the.
We'll play the whole clip. 626, location locked. Beep, beep, beep. And then it's the Firefly Universe Cascade shutdown. Sky will fall.
So go back because we can kind of hear you saying it in the background.
I say it right here.
Just let me see it.
Here, let me do this. And then do this. 66 location locked. Firefly Universe in Cascade shutdown. The sky will fall. And see,
Like,
it's
there's
here.
literally, dude. There's literally like a half-second delay between the end of you saying it and me going from smile to sad. I'm not trying to be a dick, but the only person who cares about that is you. It's not taking away from the sketch at all, in any way, shape, or form. Because it takes people a second to respond to things. If you guys think I'm wrong, speak up. But I'm.
To me, it's the awkwardness that feels weird.
What is the awkwardness?
When you see it from here, and then it's just a weird, like I envision you who's pressing this button, instead of sitting there like that, you would be waiting. You would be laughing, waiting, something like that.
Because I think that I've just pressed a button that's gonna take out Stitch. And then I'm like waiting, smiling, watching the screen, waiting for it to happen, and then Firefly Universe and Cascade shutdown. As the realization sets in of what just happened.
The man behind the curtain. We got Steven. We got people. Dragons of Maybe. And this is where like usually having a beat between information and reaction can be, yeah. And it's making like there would still be a beat. It's just the beat would be, the reaction would be different. It's not like the information isn't still needing to be sunk in. It's just more along the lines of, to me, this looks and feels awkward when played out like this.
Okay, John, I think we got him again. Stitch is tracking somewhere near the Furling's homeworld. Computers almost got him locked on again.
Are you sure? Because I blew up 4 separate universes yesterday because you said we had it. Double check the math.
I don't need to, John. It's correct. But don't you think you should wait for IT?
Location locked. Click. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So that was at the end of Cascade shutdown, my face changes, and then when
Yes,
the
you do.
fall, my face drops even further.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here. I'm like, what? He got it, or not? I apologize. I assumed gender. I didn't mean that. They got it. It's the uncanny valley look. Yeah, that makes sense now.
That a human being looks like a non-human being.
You can make an uncanny valley look with the way you might react to something. And in this case, this is partially because I know it, but like even if you don't know it, which these guys aren't aware, just playing it from start to finish, what feels off to me isn't just the look, it's the feel.
To John, it's correct.
You go from this.
Don't you think you should wait for IT?
You get the location log. See that really, and we could put Napa in there if you would prefer Napa in there. I was trying to like either A, you'd have to refilm that. But the issue with having Napa there is because Napa's line there, and we want John's face to fall.
I still say it doesn't need to be refilmed. I mean, we were nitpicking over a half a second that nobody else is going to notice.
Technically, it's 4 seconds.
But we're talking about the difference between the end of the notification and the thing.
And I don't know why all this is here. I think I forgot to just take that out. But
Just a bootstrap paradox. Don't worry about it.
And then there's Napa's
That's
reaction.
it, John. You have to call IT.
And then day 3. You're going to notice because Levi pointed out, well, Dragon makes a good point. The problem I have is that more and more people have, like, the more and more people who watch our stuff, but it's time to improve versus fact it's already really good.
Like if we're this concerned about our videos being that perfect down to the second, that it's going to be noticed by a tiny minuscule percentage of people, then you're going to be doing retakes for me over and over and over again. Because I'll give you a line and I'll ask you for it. And what I'll get back from you is close to what I want. It's close enough that it fits in the video, but it's not exactly what I was hoping for. And I don't want to do that because it's a waste of my time and your time. Don't lean on your chair.
Thank you. God, I hate that because that helps me. God damn it. Part of this is because of when we get to big projects like this, I want these projects to be as best as we can. Like, we agree to have beats, we agree to have certain areas. The reason why, like, for instance, this one, if I remove Napa, which the reason why I'm putting Napa is there is because of this. But you drop out so fucking fast. you drop out of what is happening. Don't. And so I'm putting Napa here, and it makes sense to have Napa also be waiting. And when I noticed it the second time, I was like, shit. Now, again, you are right. The second one's not as bad. I'm not going to deny that. It's just, for me looking at it, it feels awkward. Except we won't. Well, the few people. I don't need it to be perfect. But having him refilm an entire day because of what is effectively 2.5 seconds of awkwardness, you know what we could do? I need to make a note. I need to change that. Where do you look at the camera? You look up. You look up. You look up. Camera. I need it right before. You need a reason to look. Beep. Okay. I know what to do. So if we put a computer notice sound here, we go beep, beep, beep. There's the 3 beeps for the standard warning. And then we go Firefly universe in Cascade shutdown. The sky will fall. There it is. See, I like this. This is where we sit down and talk.
That's what I've always done is when a take isn't where I want it to be, I edit around it. Because my perspective is a retake should be the last option.
I think the one of the reasons why that's there though too is with the way that we film and the way we do things, it can be days down the road. But like, and we're not in Hollywood. Before I continue what I'm about to say, and I realize that.
Right.
But when you're making a movie, when you are full on going out, you don't use that shot that is shit or isn't what it needs to be unless you don't have a choice. That's the exact opposite. It's you do a reshoot to get what you want. But with that being said, there's scenes in movies that happened because the reshoot was worse than the screw up.
Well, and then here's the way I look at it. When I started this whole thing, I wanted the reason I love doing the one take videos is because editing is a pain in my ass. I hate doing it. And so I was like, if I can do this in one shot and it's good enough that people appreciate it, I'm fine with that. And the fact that some of our best performing videos are some of those early ones where there's jokes we missed and there's reactions that don't work, but the story itself works. That's why it's loved, not because the awkward parts are taken out.
You already take more care than many movies do. That is true, Stephen. And this comes into the fact of like the evolution of the content you make as you get more experience, right? I agree with Chris on the do one shots, keep that alive, keep that same feeling alive. But also we have gotten to a certain point where we shouldn't be striving for good enough unless we don't have a choice or that's the type of video that we're filming. If we are filming a video that we've spent weeks doing things on, that we've re-scripted a dozen times, that we spent several hours on, that we sat down, filmed several hours on, blah, 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 blah. Do we want good enough or do we want the project that we envision? Or as close to the project that we envision as we possibly can get at the time that we're making it. Right? And that would apply to the same thing as your scripts, right? The same things that you're doing, like with that script that you have, not the one that you just wrote, but the other one with that you've been changing constantly when you're in your writer's group. Right? You see that script and it would probably be easier to animate it. But if you were to say, do it live action, how frustrated would you be if the guy playing Sam didn't bring the energy needed and it was for one scene, but that was a scene that was like to the transition of the next scene? Well, you fucking lost your energy.
The difference is I would be there for the filming and I would be like, another take, you need to do it this way. And we'd be doing that in the moment. The one big struggle we have of us being in the distance we're at is we don't have that luxury.
And and that sometimes still happens. In fact, it happens a lot when you're in the editing room and you're putting things together and then you go and look at it as like, is there any other takes we have? We don't. Okay, let's call back for reshoots. And that happens a shit ton in Hollywood and when you're filming and everything else. But
and I'm sure they hate doing it every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not that I'm arguing with you. We need to redo it. I agree. We figured it out. We're moving forward. What I'm saying, and for everyone here, these type of discussions are good to have. What I'm saying is recognizing that we've definitely gotten to a point to where we both need to be okay with like, it sucks. I think that shoot would have been good enough, but yeah, let's go ahead and do a refilm if I've got time to do it. Right? It's understandable if neither one of us has the time or we have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But these type of projects right here, these longer type of projects, they deserve our time. They deserve our energy, whether it be the one that will not be named right now that both of us will work on later, whether it be Stitch, whether it be any of the other stuff that we've done. If it's a longer project, we want to make sure that we're doing our best for those and doing what we can. Like I made a mistake I didn't realize until after it was posted with the Scarecrow video.
Mm-hmm.
I instead of saying stuck in your heads, I said suck. I had a typo of suck instead of stuck.
I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, and I didn't notice it either until somebody pointed it out, and it's like, well, it's a little late now. It's been seen by, across the socials, a couple 100,000 people, I think. Like each one's like 40, 50,000 at this point. It's been up for a whole day. It's too late for me to fix it. Would have been one thing if it was noticed within the first 2 minutes of posting. I would have been like, oh shit, I can pull that down real quick and fix it.
Steven, we've met before and there were no murders.
There was no murders. We enjoy each other's company. We're not that sounds weird. Not like that.
We appreciated being in proximity, and
Not
3
murdering
days was
each
a good
other.
amount of time.
All right. So let me go back to this because there was one Napa line
I
here,
won that bet. What bet?
and then
Just a bootstrap paradox. Don't worry about it.
626 location lost.
That's it, John. You have to call
Okay, that one's there.
IT. I am not a child. I know how to do basic computer troubleshooting.
Warning: 27 board chips offline.
27? How? Computer, what was the location?
Stargate Prime Universe.
Do you mean the same Stargate universe?
Now, okay. So here's a question. Here's the next thing. So we fix it to where he's not doing a John. We're not fixing that other area, right? Here's another nitpick. And I admit this is still a nitpick thing, but we have Napa reacting to the computer.
Do you mean the same Stargate universe that Stitch is messing up the timeline in?
We have the computer say "duh," but Napa doesn't react to it. It just says "duh." Now, I look at this and I could go either way. It would be really funny to see Napa have that hurt, dejected, or even make a quick snipe, like "what?" remark.
That's where I would make the choice to cut the duh line because it is not necessary for the sketch.
No, it's a funny ha moment with the and in the sketch, in the long form of it. And to be clear for everyone watching here, for this particular, let's call it an episode, right? For this particular portion of the skit, you could cut that and it wouldn't matter. However, I'm not thinking short form. I'm thinking long. I'm thinking of the entire thing together. And when you add everything together and it plays from start to finish, that duh becomes technically necessary because it's part of the transition from the computer starting to get snippy. Because the fade to black that we have on the Week of Hell happens because it's necessary for us to be able to move on to the next part. But from a movie standpoint, if we look at it as from start to finish standpoint, after the Week of Hell, I come back, you get another Borg cube destroyed. Another Borg, do you want me to just stop doing it, right? That duh is a hint that the computer is starting to get fed up with shit that's going on. Again, it's not necessary. You could have it in and it would be like an Easter egg or Spider-Man catching, let's use another iconic moment. Spider-Man catching what's his name's arm? Bucky's arm.
Mm-hmm.
Take that out of the scene. Take that scene out of there completely. It doesn't feel the same, does it? It doesn't allude to just how fucking strong Spider-Man is until later on when he catches the fucking thing.
But that's also in the middle of a fight scene where the duh is an afterthought.
Have you seen the Spider-Man one where all three of them are there?
Yep.
when they're talking about their best friends. Andrew Garfield's reaction to Tobey Maguire saying he held his friend and his dying friend in his arm. Take that scene, take that one little reaction out. Take those reactions out of what would otherwise be a scene of two characters going, the fuck? You know, and again, it's nitpicking.
I see what you're trying to say. The easy solution is cut Nappa's reaction, cut the duh, and then double down later when we put in the computer voice, and just show it more and more annoyed with the Borg destruction later on. It'll do the exact same thing.
And we can. That would be script rewrites for when we swing back to it. That would be after the week of hell. We have to change those down a little bit. So in the Stitch script, after the week of hell, because it says fade to black. So instead of hinting to it during the week of hell, we no longer have a hint in there at all, because there's no other point to put them. Fade to black, title The Return. Remember, Levi's going to threaten you with unimaginable, horrible punishments. Stand your ground, stay strong, whatever. Another Borg cube destroyed. Borg cube destroyed. You know, we just need to look at that and just change a few things if that's what you're wanting.
And that would be a great callback to what happens with the self-destruct countdown computer in Spaceballs, when it's just a self-destruct countdown. It has no personality until it skips a number. And they're like, wait, what happened to 6? And he goes, just kidding.
Can you make that note in the script then real quick?
Yeah, one second.
Again, for everyone here, I've only seen Spaceballs once. It's a shame. I know. I need to watch it again. If you want to know something even funnier, the only reason I watched it was because Chris told me I really need to watch it and told me where I could watch it for free. And then I watched it that day, and then I made a Spaceball video. Yeah. Oh, I love homemade peanut butter cups. I love how everyone's just like, oh, they're arguing. Mom and Dad are arguing again. So right now we only need to do one reshoot.
Do you mean the same Stargate universe that Stitch is messing up the timeline in?
Nappa, did you ever get a hold of Anubis?
Yes.
Oh, that's another reason why that needs to be there. Fuck it. I'll probably leave it and just have Nappa not do the reaction. Needs that
timeline in.
Nappa, did you ever get a hold of Anubis?
Yes and no.
Because otherwise we need to refilm that. So if we take out Nappa talking to the computer and the computer reacting, we would need to refilm Nappa talking to you, and then you would have to change your response. Because if you look at it and we take it out, we cut that scene, we cut out the duh, and Nappa's supposed to be talking to you, not the computer now. Nappa's not talking to you. Chris?
Sorry.
Nappa's not, if we take out the duh, Nappa's not talking to the computer. He's technically supposed to be talking to you.
Do you mean the same Stargate universe that Stitch is messing up the timeline in?
Nappa, did you ever get a hold of Anubis?
It is. Whereas if you give that pause and do a duh.
Nappa, did you ever get
you interrupt a conversation between Nappa and the computer. Otherwise, Nappa needs to be
You're right. I didn't think about that.
I think it'd be easier just to keep duh in there and just not have Nappa react to it. You don't have to do the reshoot. We keep the word duh, and you still interrupt it. That's the thing I was wondering. Do we want to reshoot?
No, you're right.
Or just leave it and just not have Nappa react to the word duh?
Can you handle it if we just leave it?
That's fine. I was a coin toss on that one.
Right.
And I figured out the one that was bugging me. And we have a redo here for Nappa, and that's to make it so you don't have to redo the whole day shoots for that one. But that still fits. So then the next one would be
Child, I know how to do basic computer troubleshooting. We played message tag.
What's the message?
Here it is. Here it is. Sorry, John, can't help. Dealing with some bugs.
That might be the
Oh.
only one left. You might only need to do
Anubis, are you
Napa.
telling me that Stitch
Because the rest of it is like me getting the
Not
timing
only
down
took your power
for
vacuum,
but also
my
might
lines.
have ancient knowledge somehow?
which is all like when I read them to everyone while we were watching this,
I
I was reading a little bit
I
fast.
doubt that he has the focus for that. Look, the replicators are advancing faster than they should. I think that it's time that you.
That's fine. Day 5. I think I left notes everywhere. I felt an issue.
They're all heading in the same direction.
2 birds, 1 stone.
I hope so. Then we can do a full reset on the universe.
So then the only thing,
The villains wanted
and I
to
don't
be in
think anyone's going to
charge,
call it out, to be
and
honest,
they ended up fighting each other.
is the
Stitch and the replicators saw an opening and joined together, and now
team
they have
needs.
a
Oh no,
replica
you have another
Stitch.
Napa line that needs to be
in
changed
addition
because we
to
changed the
regular
line
Stitch.
originally, and I didn't have that.
To top it
One
off,
second.
the entire IT department is out sick. That about cover it?
Yeah, that's about it.
I feel like I'm in hell.
Oh, hey, John, just so
This particular right here feels a little weird, and I don't have a problem with it so much as like something's bugging me and I can't pin it down. So if we rewind to, let's say, here, so we get more of the flow.
Top it off.
Ready, Chris?
Yep.
Give me your opinion on this one.
The entire IT department is out sick. That about cover it?
Yeah, that's about it.
I feel like I'm in hell.
Oh, hey, John, just so you're aware,
It needs a small beat, doesn't it? Like a breathe moment.
Which does?
Right here, the transition from Napa to you.
About cover it?
yeah, that's about it.
I feel like I'm in hell.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all. I need.
hey, John, just so
Like a
you're aware,
mic.
I feel like, from my perspective, John already had that queued up, knowing that Napa was going to say, "Yeah, that's it."
Yeah, and like I said, it just like originally I had these really close together, and so it felt a little weird. All it needed was just like Napa and you like breathing.
that's about it.
I feel like I'm in hell.
Oh, hey, John, just so you're aware, the bathrooms are out of order again, so I'm gonna have to use yours for a day or two.
I love this reaction you have for
I
that.
was wrong. Right now, I'd welcome hell.
Are you sure about this, John?
It's supposed to be when all else fails, call Member Solutions. But Levi went on vacation.
So there's a point
Anything before? I was just trying to be nice.
Look,
right here. Here it is. So you didn't have a version of Napa saying the correct line, and that is because we had changed the line.
What about Deadpool?
Instead of what about Deadpool, the line got changed to we changed things around to you saying it and everything. And so now it needs to be, I think it's just but Deadpool is what you needed to say. Let me double check here. What day was that?
7.
That 7? Day 7? Okay. Yeah, so Napa needs to say but Deadpool. Well, like a but Deadpool?
Let me see this whole bit. Go back into the middle of John's previous line. And a half-ascended real Stitch. I am all ears.
What about Deadpool?
We can't ask Thanos because the stones don't work in that universe. Shenron's a bust because the Dragon Balls don't either. So yeah, it's Deadpool or Galactus.
I think I'd prefer to be eaten over owing Deadpool a favor.
So in this conversation, Napa is aware that it's Deadpool, and he's trying to say no to it. So the day starts out clear over here,
Are you sure about this, John?
where he's saying, "Are you sure about this, John?" Which is talking about Deadpool. You
Yeah,
go
you're
into
right.
your spew.
Yep.
So the only two things is I need Napas.
Okay.
Everything else is fine. So I need Napa redoing but Deadpool, and then at the start here, you don't need to say anything, but if you have Nappa having the similar look that John has right here at the start for the first couple seconds, and then the alarms go off, that's all that's needed. And that's 4 seconds plus the butt Deadpool. So just two retakes, and they're both dead, and they're both Nappa. Yay. And for everyone here, I apologize. And for Chris, thank you for putting up with me.
Hold on a second here.
I want one of those mimic shirts that Doxus designed.
Yeah.
I don't have the money.
I gotta pay our tax bill. So
No, you're good. And we
I
don't
need to
have.
figure that out before we make any more purchases.
Yeah. So it's but, and then you wait for calling. It's not but Deadpool. It is but Deadpool, like a really Deadpool.
So okay, I got the computer's lines updated to get snippier and snippier and snippier in the fade to black bit in the return.
Destroyed. Or cute destroyed. Sarcastic, sassy voice.
Let's just do this. Let's just do this.
All right.
Remember, Levi's going to threaten you with unimaginably horrible punishments. Stand your ground, stay strong, and don't let him see that you're bluffing.
Not crying, just nervous.
Okay.
Another Borg cube destroyed. If you call this number for a not emergency reason ever again, I swear to the Time Lords themselves that
Nappa got into your special snack drawer, the one with all the stuff in the pruned universes that don't exist anymore.
the motherfucker. My Burn Belay, Snickerdoodle Twinkies, the extra crispy RC Cola, not the kiwi lime crystal Pepsi. Nappa! If you don't put that down right this instant, I'm going to make you wish that you were born again. Nah, I don't like that one.
Whatever, we'll figure it out.
Borg cube destroyed.
Your cube destroyed. Like it's just like a and then yeah.
Do we need to handle that?
John said we can ignore it for now when you fix the situation.
The what?
The Stitch situation. The situation. His word.
Yet another Borg cube destroyed. Not that you care. How many Borg cubes have been destroyed? Sounds like the computer's sick of announcing them.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of doing all your work.
All my work?
Yeah, all your work.
Nah, but that was like maybe 10% of what I do. Is IT even still functioning? Guess what? That's right. Another goddamn Borg cube destroyed. Jeez, sniffy much?
I don't know, but that's not important. I'm sick of John chasing Stitch all over the multiverse and still failing again and again, blowing up universes left and wait. Just 10%?
Yeah.
You didn't trust me?
I want to change this right here. I figured out what I want to change it to.
All right.
Leave the you didn't trust me. It's like, Nappa, it's precisely because I do trust you that I only gave you 10%. Like, you've had your Lewis. You've had your Lewis breakthrough. No. No, that's what it is. It's like when, oh god damn it. I want to use that. I still want to use the suits example. Give me a minute. Hey, what's up? No, not yet, but I can have Raven go grab her real quick. I know where she's been. Okay.
Night, Michael Lewis.
Yeah, bye. So it would be it's like when Lewis got to be in charge for a couple days, like the time he got to be put in charge for a couple days. He had backup. In which case, I'm not sure what you want Napa to say at that point right now. I got to make a message real quick.
Okay.
But that one can be changed slightly now.
Easy change. So he just didn't know he had backup. It was one of his big character breakthroughs. Are you saying Are you saying you don't think I've had a big character breakthrough? I've been on this channel for 4 years.
Yeah, there we go. I like that.
Yeah. Just look at the camera and just like give it a look.
Just
Just
finish
your
your rant.
rant. Well, now I don't remember where I was.
Can I stop announcing the destruction of board cubes, please?
I want this to be like, can I stop announcing the destruction of board cubes, please? Like, just pissed. And we all go,
How about you
yeah.
just give that line to John instead of all three of us at that point?
Yeah.
Just have it be John saying that now.
Yeah. Yes.
And then you can go.
Oh, so now you're listening. I'm taking the rest of the day off.
You were at me
blowing
up
universes. Oh yeah, and then sulking at his desk because the little blue bastard's still alive, no matter what he does.
Fine, I'll take care of it.
How? You make it sound easy. Like you don't even know what's happening.
Oh, Sam kept me in the loop. I'm just gonna call. That's where I need to be interrupted by John. Oh, Sam kept me in the loop. I'm just gonna call Oma and right there have it be an interruption. You answered Sam's call, but not mine. And then and then literally Levi's reaction is still like just to look at John, say yes, and then go back to what I was saying. So it'll be yes. Anyway, once Stitch became half a center, that pretty much sealed the deal. We can just have them do something and do a full reset on the universe, though it might create a bunch of alternate. Farscape Prime, sunsetting. Huh. Realities. I say realities. Huh. That's odd timing.
So that's it. We could have done that. Hold on.
So that's it. We could have done that.
What?
The way Napa says that line. So that's it.
We
could have done that.
We could have done that. Oh, shit. We could have done that. No, Napa, we couldn't. I kind of. Sort of. Blew up a world they liked. Also, you took Sam's call, but not. Oh, wait, we already did that.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like you could still have John react to that line. Still, I still like that. Like being a second thing.
Yeah, on John. Wait.
Like John's not letting it go. Yeah, instead of me responding to him. Anyway. Oh yeah, just looking like. Yeah, there we go. More like 20-ish. But to be fair, it was back in your villain days. And yes, I was on vacation and still should be. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Because now I finally respond to him.
Yeah. What happened, John?
That.
Hold on.
I think it just needs to be just that. I blew up, then looks at Levi's size 26 worlds they liked before they sent me back to my universe. Oh my.
That's your line there.
Oh yeah. Sorry, let me go back to it. You still need to do your line. I blew up.
I blew up 26 worlds they liked before they sent me back into my universe.
First real defeat you had in the beginning of a great working relationship.
Yeah. I took over my own universe just fine and all on my own. I just got cocky. I'll tell you more later. Levi, please just make the call.
Fade to black with the 5 minutes later. Look, Oma, I highly disagree with this plan. Can you
reset the universe before Stitch came or not?
Yes, we can reset it once we ID the exact moment. But if you help Stitch fully ascend, I'm not sure what will happen.
Well, what's done is done. Now I trust you to live up to your name of Member Solutions. Click.
What?
Well,
Oma already did it.
No. Did what? Help Stitch fully ascend. But
Stargate Prime Universe reset request received. Blech.
That's you.
What? Well, I'll be damned.
What?
Oma just sent a message that he just left.
After all that?
Yep, even gave us the info we needed to do the reset.
Okay, the situation is fixed. That's good news. Except one issue. What?
A genetically indestructible, fully ascended champion of Khorne with key control force powers and the memories of both Goa'uld and the Ancient is in some unknown random universe. And that's not the worst part. I need to have the unknown random universe capitalized.
And what could be worse? We can't track him anymore, Nappa. Oh, that's bad. It couldn't possibly get worse.
God damn it, Nappa! And then we have the extra scene of...
Yep.
Do you know how hard it's going to be for me to rewind time back before those universes were pruned just to get that stuff back, by the way?
Oh, yeah. Nappa didn't actually eat that stuff. It's all in Storage Vault C.
Wait, so all that was just a ploy to get me back here? The missing snacks? You in Universe Emperor mode? Blowing up universes and everything?
Oh, no. I blew up a bunch of universes.
Oh, yeah? Which ones?
Unimportant, uninhabited ones. Mostly. And
then mid-credit scene.
Yep.
John?
Yes?
Where's the Firefly universe?
I said mostly.
You took the sky from me!
Yeah.
I like that. That's done. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I like how it starts. It's interesting for all our fans. I'm acknowledging the fact that this part 4, quote unquote, might not get as many views as anything, and part 3 might not either because of how long everything's been.
Yeah.
However, this is really good. We've had to rearrange a bunch of lines and everything, so we won't be able to use it.
So I'm looking at this, and you're going to go, John. I'm going to go, yes. You're going to go, where's the Firefly universe? And I'm going to go, I said mostly.
You took the sky from me. Yeah. I like that. And then for everyone wondering, this plays into the reason why Levi did the prank wars. Everyone's like getting angry at Levi. Why did he do that? This is why. He was forced to come back from his vacation early. And then on top of that, motherfucker took the sky from me. Anyways, I really like that. I just need Nappa's 2 retakes. You want to do those real quick?
I need the. I'll be back.
All right. We definitely need to come up with an HR skit for sure. To introduce Hal, and we can talk about that when Chris gets back. We're gonna have him do his reshoots, and then I'm honestly probably like we'll maybe talk about the Hal stuff, anything else that he wants to talk about, and then I'm gonna be done for a few hours while I rest my back. I want to let everyone know here that if you have something that you want to see on the 24-hour live stream that isn't on there, by the way, send me a message or let one of the mods know on there so they can send me a message so I can go find the video and then go put it on, because it's actually easier to find requests than it is to try to figure out what I haven't added. Hal is a new HR member. The head of HR is Peyton. No, Hal's the head of HR. Hal is going to be HR as a whole. There's no.
Which ones am I doing?
You need to look excited, like right here. Here, let me share the screen here. I don't. Day 1. I believe, yeah, day 1, right after John does this. You Nappa should also look excited for a half a second, like 2 seconds of excitement, and then the alarms go off and just look around. That's all I need. I need 4 seconds of a Nappa line for that, and then I need the butt Deadpool line. So just those 2 things.
The line after that is just John and Nappa looking at each other in panic.
Yeah, the way it got played out because of how things are. Look at it. So it's slightly different. So what it here is, I need the first few seconds here, which is, I'll just cut it. I'm pretty sure it's 2 seconds. Yeah, it's 1.5. 1.5 seconds, basically 2 seconds of Nappa being excited. Then Nappa hearing the alarms and looking around confused, maybe taking a moment to look at John. It doesn't need to be a full 4 seconds. Just do the reaction, and whatever you do for a reaction will work. And then it switches over to John's reaction, which I've already got timed and set. That's good. And then the other thing is an actual voice line from Nappa. And if you want to add a voice line of Nappa going, "What?" or something, you can, but it's not necessary. It's just Nappa looking confused, like, "Oh, this is not what I thought it was supposed to be." Because it's DC Earth 51 and Cascade Shutdown. And for those of you who don't know, DC Earth 51 is technically not populated in the DC Earth 51 universe stuff, because at some point, for some reason, it was destroyed. It's never fully confirmed how or why. They have always assumed that they destroyed their own universe, or it just simply died of its own accord.
Yeah. So tell me again what I'm doing.
First one is you're reacting. You and John are reacting like that. So the first few seconds.
You want Nappa to do this? Why are the alarms going off?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. I'll do that real quick. Why did it hit DC Earth 51?
Because it didn't work.
Why are the alarms going off? And then the other one?
It's the but Deadpool. And so you're like, but it's Deadpool, you know. Actually, but it's Deadpool might sound better. It's really up to you how you want to say it.
No, but Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. But Deadpool. Hold on, John. But Deadpool. I lost his voice there for a second, so I had to record extra. Ouch. That was my foot. While I'm doing Napa lines, fuck it. Where's the computer duh bit? I can't hear you. Are you frozen? I can't hear you.
Day 3.
Day 3. That's day 7. Holy shit. Oh, there we go.
So the Stargate Prime the same Stargate universe Stitch is messing up the timeline in, and the computer says duh, and then
Okay. I'll just redo it since I'm doing this already. The same Stargate universe Stitch is messing up the timeline in. Do you mean the same Stargate universe that Stitch is messing up the timeline in? All right, I did a pissy face.
Oh. One of the things that we do need to come up with, and it doesn't need to be today, especially because like I need to go lay down. Is having Hal as introducing Hal as HR, and I feel like the perfect time frame is gonna be like right after we get done with Stitch and Levi's making a complaint. And maybe Levi's making a complaint or something. I don't think Levi would make a complaint about John, though.
No, he
I
wouldn't.
think like Levi would just get back.
Okay, those are getting put onto Discord, right? Not Discord. Dropbox right now.
Okay, I'll grab those so I don't forget about them. As soon as
they're taking their sweet time.
Okay, well, we'll wait until they're there. Do you have anything else you want to go over today? Any other announcements? All right. I'm gonna call it here, and I might hang out with Chris just a few extra minutes while we're waiting for those transfers. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Especially thank you for all those people who who donated today, who donated the other day to help me get my trans, so I don't have to sit here and suffer. I'm all for suffering for your art. Every artist suffers for their art in some way. It doesn't need to be constantly though.
Right.
With that being said, thank you all for joining us. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity, body, and spirit, and harmony, among others. Remember to take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. And until the winds blow your sails our way again, have an Acme day.
Have an Acme day is a product of the villain. Having an Acme day, we are you go out. Have an Acme day.
And remember, having an Acme day simply means that the best day you possibly can have. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Let me set the outro video.
I got it.